Welcome again to SocksOutRacing as we cover the last 2 weeks of the World Street Stock Sprint Series. Today we'll cover Week 4 and Week 5. So to start things off at Week 4, we were at Watkins Glen. And things were a little bit interesting as we got things started. We had 13 cars on the grid, and everybody got off to a pretty good start. We didn't have our returning Triple Meister with us than the 78 car this week, so it was interesting to see how things shook down. Qualifying, only a handful of people were able to get a clean lap, mainly because so much of this track, you really have to drive these cars kind of on the edge. And if you overdrive it, you're pretty much going to scrub the lap, and we had people kind of misgauging their fuel, trying to run a light car, qualify. So there were a couple different strategies at the beginning of the race. We had couple guys just charging forward in the first lap. I was trying to play a little safe, figure let the field sort itself out and then start pushing as the race went on. And I think in hindsight that was probably the better way to go. Despite how things went, you see the field surprisingly got through turn one fine, and by now it's already pretty spread out. Not so much in a negative way, just the field's pretty well sorted. You can see me running really wide there, just trying to give everybody breathing room. As we work through in the 420 sharps here, you're on my outside, going through here. This is a very tight section as we enter the booth. There's a lot of things that go wrong in this particular region, coming out of that left-hander and into this right. And speaking of things going wrong, we get a little too sideways, almost take out Mulder there, and really just kind of hurts my position overall. So as we kind of follow back up the leaders, we've got a nice little battle here for 4th place. It's a two-way battle. We've got the 22 and the 42 car just kind of duking it out, going side by side. It was really nice to see a couple of liveries that are being used by some of our competitors. They were obviously using trading paint, and if you don't have it, I recommend that you're on the iRacing service to make use of it. It's free to use, and you'll get to see some of these really nice liveries that other people have done, not only in our races but in other races as well. So you've got the 42 and the 22 car just kind of finishing up here at lap 1. Just a really nice battle. These cars, especially at this particular track, gave a lot of spots to run too wide and keep them moving. Very exciting racing. We had drivers last year really observation that with these cars you really have to really drive. You don't have a whole lot of traction, you don't have a whole lot of power. But you do have really inclusive. You got to drive the car on a lot of the turn. So there's a lot more oval. They're a bit easier, but they require so as we're finishing up the car back to still continues as we got the it's the 420 car going around. And so gets in the grass a little bit sideways. Watching out for other traffic as we come back to the battle at 7. So this is back where Mulder is. He's been running these cars a lot on the oval side, and just hasn't been able to get a feel for it. In his words, it just feels awkward. So, just struggled with the car the whole race, stepping out despite this. So a lot of the battles you see him in is more him just trying to hold on. On track. And that just kind of goes back to these cars really do depend a lot on the driver. There's not a whole lot to build with those cars. I mean, you still set it up here, but they do require, they're like real race cars. You have a car, you still require a lot of fast. So through this front section, that drafting is key, especially for the long straight. And you'll see a lot of passes set up here into this long right-hander. And in a lot of ways, when you're doing drafting, you're getting up real fast. You can't really see the battle for the drag race down this long fairway and slam the brakes on a blind right-hander. It can really scary, especially if you don't know who you're running with that well, and curiosity about why the video falls back there. So back at the 7th position, and a little bit of contact. Remember, I told you that left-hander was a bit of a mess, and just put it hard in the wall, and it was. Well, back up to the bottom, there's 22 cars now pushing, looks like the 05, and this battle goes on for quite a number of laps, a lot of push and pull, a lot of give and take. I mean, let's walk back and we got 40 cars all running reasonably close. One thing about Watkins Glen is one mistake is such a fast route. Most of this track they're spinning in the upper corners, really true low speed corners. Even the hairpin turns are, third gear, second gear. So as we start lap 4, you got another good passing spot in here to turn 4. Just set up too wide and hold your line until you really does do a nice technical pass, and the 420 slides underneath the 5 car as well. Just taking advantage of everything that was left. So back straight, you can see that 05 is just looking for a spot to get back up. 42 is doing the same thing, so it'll be interesting to see how it shapes up as we go into, I think that's turn 4 here. So the 42 took a look from the inside, but just not enough to get closed in and set up the pass. So he touched right back up high. I think that's the 420 car right there. Oh, good, he doesn't get on the grass. That could have been very bad for both the 05 and the 42. Interesting point. You got the left-hander, then you got this long right-hander right there, and both cases belong to who spins or retires the least coming. So the battle up front just kind of settles itself out for a while. The 68 are still kind of battling out. And then you got the 07 who we saw spin earlier, who's starting to make his way back up through the pack. Mulder goes wide in the 68. The 7 goes and just a nice clean pass. Really not much else to say here. You learn a lot of fast, clean drivers. I mean, there's fast, dirty drivers everywhere. But the guys who are fast but are patient, they look and they wait for that opportunity to present itself to make a nice pass, especially when there are drivers out there that just try to push this up. Try to force a pass. 9 times out of 10, it ends very badly for these quicker drivers that they know how to do. And it's really just a testament to good racecraft and driving. So as we go back up front, that uh, big battle we had for, I believe that was second place. Just continue to see, I mean, that group just stays tight knit for the majority of this race. This is lap 4 still. But again, ultimately fighting for position. No, it's a lot of this track really is perseverance, patience, and being at lap 5. And kind of later on, we in lap 5, we start seeing that battle for position because little mistakes add up. You think you got a little bit of breathing room, the next thing you know, the guy's right back up on there. That's what you see here. 420 stay with a pretty good battle starting, but lap 6, we have another good battle here between the 44 and the 7. Just keeping it nice and tight for that turn 4, entering the field. 44's got a little bit of a lead, but I think the 07's going to try a crossover. Yep, there he goes. Goes to the inside. 44 sees him going, gets on it. The outside line's a little bit quicker on exit, so he's able to go to the ground loss in the inner turn 6, I think this is, at the uphill hairpin. 7 gets on the loose, 44 gets really loose and has to get out of the throttle. 7's able to make a nice clean pass. It's like setting up on the inside. 44 losses. Let's see here, turn 7. Well, the 07's definitely way, he's got the pass made. Question is, hold on, and he does. It's not until lap 8 that the 44 tries to make a play and the 07 goes wide, really wide. That focus down game and chicken, who's the last one on the brakes. Definitely see so the rest of the race, it's real important. The 07 next, there it goes. The 07 got wide from out of turn 5 there. So at the end, we had a nice battle shaping up for the lead. The 20 car, who started kind of up front, like 3rd or 4th at the beginning of the race, just held a good race the whole thing, and you can see the results here. So let's move on to week 5 that we had at Phillip Island. The race at Phillip Island had a bit smaller of a field. We only had 3 people actually made it to the feature race. Despite this, we figured we'd make the best of the event and roll with it anyway. So, 78 returned after his 1 week absence, and then we had the 09 car which joined in on the fray on this particular race. The 09 appeared to be quick from the start, but he overdrives turn 2 and runs a tad bit wide and puts him a fair amount behind, and he ends up dropping out of the race pretty quickly. I'm not sure what was going on or why he fell back so far. So the 78 and I decided to make the best of a situation and almost play a little bit of tag, so to speak. We would switch places and see who could hold out front longer. The 78 was about 3 seconds a lap quicker comparing best lap times, but he was still learning the course as if this is his first day out on it. So we decided to make the most of it. Instead of us running independently, running all the laps, we figured see what it's like to run the traffic in the field and just kind of see how the track actually moves. Both of us were pleasantly surprised. Although Mulder and I tested this early on and expected it to do well, it was just fun to see how many diverse lines and passing opportunities the track really had, especially with a car that, you know, is not aero dependent and doesn't have extremely high amounts of traction in regards to the rest of the car. So definitely was a lot of fun. We had many good turns. We went side by side, and running this track that particular way, one lane didn't necessarily give an advantage over another when setting up passes. It was more on who could more effectively use that lane. There are a couple of spots that would probably be a little bit easier to set it up or pass, but it was still a lot of fun, and at the end of it all, 78 still stayed ahead and took the win. So here's the results, so you can just kind of see an idea on lap time differences. And that wraps up the World Street Stock Series. So we've got a vote currently up on the iRacing forums for what our summer series will be. We've got 3 different cars as options. They'll put a link in the description below. So we encourage you to go by and vote. And if you haven't done so already, like us on Facebook. You can also add us to your Google Plus circle. And you can also subscribe to us down below. So we look forward to seeing you. If you like something particular in the video, please post it below. Look forward to seeing y'all next time, so until then, keep it between the lines.